All right, this is a quick tutorial for anybody who's planning on recording with this Rode microphone, which we use for the camera frequently. But this is just a quick tutorial for anybody who's going to record some videos on Zoom. So first thing is first we need to connect the microphone to the computer. Now, how we do that is, if you can see this little cable right here, and I've connected it to this little interface here, and I just took the other end of it. And as you can see, there's a little microphone symbol. This is where you want to plug it in. You don't want to plug it into these because these are for headphones. I'll explain why my headphones are not plugged into there in just a few minutes. So once you have this set up, you're going to want to make sure that you turn your microphone on. It's currently on. And it's on again. I tend to prefer just the 0 dB setting. I think it's going to be the easiest for everyone to record here. Now, I have bad technique because I'm looking into the camera at the moment. But when you're speaking into this, you want to be speaking directly into the front part of the microphone, which is here. This is a pop filter. Very important so that you don't get the hard P sounds. Listen to the difference. So this is going to prevent those hard sounds from coming through when you are recording. So we have the microphone set up. We have it connected to the computer. We have everything turned on. What's the next step? Now, the first thing is, if I don't care about hearing myself through the headphones, we don't need to worry about any of these next couple steps I'm going to show you. You can just continue to record a video on Zoom and you're not going to have any other issues. But let's say you do want to be able to hear what you're saying back as you're recording through headphones. There's a couple things that we need to do, okay? Now, first of all, what we want to do is we want to go to our control panel. And how we're going to do that is we're just going to type in control panel. This is just on a Windows. If you're using a Mac, it will be a different process, but that's a video for another day. So here I am in the control panel. And what I want to do is I want to go to sound. So I'm clicking on sound. And what we're using today, this is what's plugged into from the microphone to the computer, is this USB audio device, okay? What I want to do is I want to go to recording first. This is the same USB audio device, even though the icon looks different. Don't worry about that. It's the name that matters. We're going to click here. We're going to go to properties. We're going to go to listen. And here we have listen to this device. Currently it's on. I'm turning this off and I can no longer hear myself. So we're going to listen to this device. You might want to press apply. Mine's already applied and I'm going to press OK. Now we have the recording going through the headphones. I want to just check that the playback is correct. So I'm going to go back to playback, to the speakers, again, USB audio device, properties, and we're just going to check the levels. So we just want to make sure that the speakers are loud enough. You might have an issue with your speakers where one side is louder than the other. You can go to balance and change it. I'm going to leave mine the same because I'm not having any issues. So we have all of these things set up. By now, you should be able to speak into your microphone and hear yourself back. One of the issues, and going back to why I said before, I did not plug in headphones to hear, is that you're going to hear a little bit of delay. I have some delay on even this recording right now. So when I'm speaking, I'm not hearing the sound immediately. There's a little bit of time difference. I noticed that it's more of a problem when I put the headphones through the same USB audio device So what I've done, if you come down here to the speakers and headphones tab, I could put my headphone through the USB audio device, but the delay was really difficult to be speaking into. So I just changed it to my computer headphones. So the headphones are just plugged into the regular computer jack. And this is just what mine happens to be called as the Realtek audio. It might be different on your computer, but I've just noticed that there's less of a time delay when I'm using the headphones coming through the computer versus going through the USB audio device with the microphone. So that's that. We should be able by now to hear ourselves speaking into the headphones. And now what we need to do is we need to get into Zoom. So here I am in Zoom. I currently have a meeting going on, but if you do not have a meeting, it will say new meeting here. Okay, so we're back in our meeting. And what we want to do is just check our sound. Okay, so up top here, it might be down there for you, depending on what kind of Zoom, what version of Zoom you're using. But what I want to do here is just make sure that we're using the correct devices. So here where it says select a microphone, I have microphone USB device. Remember, that was the device I showed at the beginning of the video. Again, for my purposes, I have less delay when I'm using the speakers going through the headphones, the Realtek audio. That's just the computer jack for the headphones. We do have a couple other advanced audio settings that we can add to this as well. So if I go up here to the audio settings, or down here rather, we can add a couple things to the sound to make it cleaner. For example, if we have a lot of background noise, right now there's not a ton of background noise that I can hear, but there might be a garbage truck that comes by. There might be kids playing in the playground next door. I might want to suppress the background noise. Typically, this low setting is enough. The auto will listen, and if there's a lot of background noise, it will try to compensate. If there's just a ton of it, we can try to go to this high level of suppressing the background noise, but it will change the quality of the sound. I'm going to leave it at auto. When I listened back before, I didn't hear a huge difference between these, but maybe you'll hear it in this recording when it's finished. Something that might help our sound a little bit. If you look around my room, I have some sound suppressing pads, and I'm going to set those up around the recording station. If you don't have that, you might not want to use this original sound because it will be messier. It's going to be a higher quality sound, but it will just sound messier. I'm able to do that in the space that I have. So I'm going to leave the background noise suppression on, but what I'm going to do is enable this original sound. And it's going to say show in meeting option to enable original sound. When I enable original sound, and you can't see that here, but when you are in your Zoom call, there will be an option that will say enable or enable original sound, and you can turn that on or off. Now you have a couple of options when the original sound is on. You can have this high fidelity music mode, echo cancellation, and stereo audio. Now when I recorded this and listened back, I didn't hear a huge difference between all of this. The only thing that I can really see having a huge difference is the stereo audio. So if you only wanted a mono recording, you probably don't want to use this. For most of the purposes that you would be recording a Zoom call, it wouldn't matter. In any event, we can deal with this at another point, basically. They do have echo cancellation here. That's not going to change the delay in your headphones. That's just going to change the echo of the room that you're in. So I've got a pretty big room here, but I've got, like I've just shown you, the sound boards preventing the sound from going. So it's not going to change what you're hearing in the headphones at the moment. It's just going to change the echo of the room that you're in. There's a couple advanced settings. This echo cancellation, it's aggressive or audio, or I'm sorry, or auto. But in fact, I cannot tell a difference when I'm recording either the audio or aggressive. Maybe it would be a bigger issue if you're in something like an auditorium, but I think for the majority of purposes, you're not going to be concerned with that. So in any event, these are all of the ways that we can set up a microphone just using kind of a cheap USB audio device to go directly into the computer during a Zoom call so that we can get a little bit higher quality audio instead of just relying on the microphone from our computer, which can always be a little bit troublesome at times. And if you're going to be recording something for the purposes of maybe you're recording a Zoom call that we're uploading to YouTube or to share with other people that they can view, we want the audio to be nicer. We want people to be able to fully understand what we're saying, and this is how we can do it. Great. Thank you, guys. Bye.